Right, this is Sublime good science video for people who want to start somewhere but have got very little money and haven't bought anything but wish to embrace a viewpoint of religion that isn't based upon belief but is based upon science. So where do we start? Now, it's always good to have a guru or a spiritual master who couldn't care a shit and is not in it for the money because he's got fuck off money. Hence, instead of saying you need 50, 100,000, or you got to buy all the services for 250,000, and if you don't, you'll burn in hell. Let's go to the really poor people, the victims of the coronavirus devastation, the victims of the total war service, people who are jobless at the moment, the new normal. Now, the US government gives these people $600 a month at the moment. So, it would be unfair for the source to raise the bar above that of the US government. If it's good enough for the US government, it's good enough for the source. So, $600 is your baseline to allow you to reach the source within you. It might be slower, than if you buy all of the services. But as you can see, my mission statement is sell $250,000 services to A-listers, hence the A-list wife. Sell 10,000 of them in the next couple of years after I get married to her sweetness. So you see why I want to marry an A-list wife. Good for business. Apart from her being pretty, which gives me $2.5 billion in the pocket, which is good enough for my yacht and needs. But where does that leave the poor, devastated population who are going to be jobless in masses? So whatever they tell you, with the advent of AIs, robots, consumer spending, getting new habits of staying home, not going to expensive restaurants, takeaways, cinemas, watching Netflix instead, ordering online, all the retail sector online instead of shops, the new normal. We're never going to get back to the world pre the total war service. Which means, therefore, there are going to be loads of people with fuck all money. Hence, the video we're doing now, which is how to achieve the source with only $600, which to you is a hell of a lot of money. To me is a hell of a lot of viaducts. So, what do you get for your source rescue service for the dirt poor? Now, as you might guess, it's going to take you longer than somebody who's spent $250,000 and can simply phone me up. Oh, come round, Tim. We'll have tea by the pool, and you can have a chat to me and my A-list friends about some questions we've got, and later on we've got dinner party, and because I only drink after 9, Viet Duc we've had air freighted in from Vietnam. Well, that's good. I'm coming. But they, of course, get all their questions addressed. You don't. So you see why I do TimRifat.com, which goes around all the A-listers. That's the A-list site. They're all taking the piss. Oh, look what you said about Taylor. Look what you said about Katy Perry. Oh, that's naughty. Look what you said about Bieber or Biden. Oh, this. Oh my goodness. This is horrible. Laugh, laugh. Send it to our friends. Kanye, of course, is devastated that I'm taking the piss out of Taylor, because we know Kanye loves Taylor. So you see, why does he bother with Tim? No, it's business plan. That's for A-listers. All the A-listers look at TimRifat.com. Oh, and they're sending it to their friends. Taylor's loves me. She just loves the memes I do about her and Alvin. Same about Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. They love me. I'm on their Christmas card list. Now, for the poor people, if you are going to achieve the source, you can get there simply by walking. So you're going to walk around the earth 24,000 miles. For the pedantic, give me the exact figures, you can email. While with the 25 or 250,000, you get your own private jet, pilot, air hostess, or air steward, depending upon your sex, plus free meals, booze, onboard entertainment, your own bed, whatever to take around. Easier. But for your $600, you have to walk. When you get to the water, free rowing boats applied to row across the Atlantic Pacific. Plus, storm-free guarantees. It just takes a lot of fucking effort. But the source mandates that everyone must have the chance. Now, since getting your soul back is beyond you, because of the interdimensionals, the archons, there's a whole host of things in the 7 different dark energy matter multiverses that will trap you, consume you. So there are things worse than death. So to avoid that, giving you as an ultimate act of beneficence, the Soul Rescue Service for free, with all you need, which is the Neutral Vampire Service. The Neutral Vampire Service is for you white people, not white in colour, but white light workers, the white magicians, all the wankers. To enable you to achieve sourcehood, consuming chaos and taking the chaos out of other people, but not damaging them. Other vampire services damage them. As you might have guessed, since everything's chaotic, damaging is allowed. So the Illuminati, with their damaging of people, works. That's why they're the richest people in the world and control Zion. But light workers, people with conscience, people with morals and ethics, which are a human condition, you don't want to do that. So the Neutral Vampire Service just takes chaos out of the world to feed you, and takes chaos out of everyone you meet, but is parameterized not to harm them, which for me is just fuck off. I like fucking over arse wipes. That's, you know, that's why why have you got a world full of fucktards? So I can fuck them. Look at the British government. Destroyed my flat, so I destroyed Britain. Look at it, it's decimated. Its economy fucked. Whatever they say to you, Britain is fucked. The workforce, fucked. Same with America, fucked. And they're the ones who spent 50 billion to be able to beam weapon anyone on the planet who was an enemy of America. And as you guess, things haven't gone down well for the deep state and their DARPA program. Now to continue. You don't care about that. Okay, I'll give you my $600. You get neutral vampire service, 2 crystals. Plus, out of the goodness of my heart, if you believe that, you believe anything, but the source mandates, we give even light workers, light warriors, white magicians, preachers, and the rest of that offal a chance, which pisses me off. But nevertheless, I like the power of the source, so go by the rules. You get a free soul rescue service with it, embedded in your 2 crystals. So, you get your soul rescue service on your certificate with your neutral vampire service. This is the baseline. All you need to achieve the source service, as long as you're prepared to spend the rest of your life dedicated to achieving the source. And all of the obstacles and other things that got in my way aren't taken out of your way for the A-listers who give you $250 million. You have to fight them yourself, but you've been given the tools to do it. So as long as you are true of heart, a light worker, a light warrior, you will make it. So I can't be fairer than that. Now this video would never have been made this year, or maybe even next year, because Magic Mike here will be back in Sweden with his wonderful Swedes enjoying Western democracy. Because once he's gone, I'm not doing any videos, I can't be asked. So one sees that instead of you being able to talk to me with your questions, never going to happen. I don't care. I don't want to answer your questions. I can't be bothered. You've got Magic Mike here. You're setting up an infrastructure, forum, so people can communicate and self-educate. And since Mike's been with me for decades, I'm trying to get rid of him, but he's like a bad case of the clap. Can't get rid of him. He knows more than almost anyone else within my little group, because I only met Duncan and Annie a few years ago, and Nick knows a lot, but even he haven't known for a decade. Magic Mike here, 2 decades I think. So as you can see, it's in your best interest to help him to set up a forum where you can communicate and have your questions answered. And the only other massive information resource you've got is a great little beast who's not mainly keen on light workers or light warriors, but likes all my stuff, the dark arts. Now, with the service, you get 2 crystals. There we are. Oh. Looking at our board, 2 crystals, second term, 1/1. So both of these in the Hyper Infinite Vampire Service mode are giving you the source, the 1. But, see, we've got 2, see? It's got 2 here, is it? So it's got 2 of them. Third term, 3 space. So the 2 together allow you to navigate 3 space. Get into I space, minus I space, real number space, world of the underworld, astral world, -1. Go around acquiring energy, vampire mode. Universe B, real number world universe B, hell space universe B, underworld universe B, sea space of universe B, all in 2 little crystals. Your neutral vampire service. Pardon me. And here, in the hyper-infinite mode, 0, each one of these negates evil. Second term, 1. 2 together brings you to the source. In the hyper-infinites world, that's the world of Zion, the Western world, which is what you're in. Now, with the vampire service, you've got the dark one, which gives you the negative torsion field. Remember, you can have the negative torsion field going inwards. Whoosh. And here you can have the positive torsion field going outwards. But remember, as we've explained in other videos, you can get the negative torsion field going outwards. Ooh, there are points on this. Yeah. So, points going outwards. Which means the negative torsion field is expanding, but expanding what? Into universe B or into another dimension? In this case, they're tuned to take the whole universe, multiverse, expand outwards, the quantum wave function of U, which is across the entire multiverse according to quantum mechanics, and collapse it into not universe B, but the source. How do we do that? Simple. Remember, we're projecting with the right hand. So negative torsion field outwards. So he's simply sticking on that. Remember, that's the left hand's used for receiving. So in this, your neutral vampire surface is projecting the negative torsion field across the entire multiverse to collapse it in to the source. So simply by doing your visualizations, meditations and procedures with it in this hand, you're sourcing yourself. Similarly, positive torsion field goes outwards. Gets bigger and bigger to collect energy. But in the source mode, the positive torsion field is directed inwards to the 1, remember? We're going back up the Feigenbaum period, aren't we? To go into another dimension, the dimension of the source, where you are the source. So we're stargating, where you jump through a portal. This collapses you negative torsion field across the entire multiverse collapses your total quantum wave function to source it. This one collects that, but instead of manifesting you within the matrix or universe B or C space or real number space, no, it collects you in another dimension, a dimension of the source. So you're projecting yourself into the source, collecting your entire total quantum wave function, projecting into the source. So for source magic, we hold the crystals like this. What do we do then? Well, we simply do source projection, not astral projection, not remote viewing, not lucid viewing. We do source viewing. What source viewing? Send me here. This turn here. One. Where all the chaos in you is zero. A state where, oh, the chaos has vanished, like zero, and only the source part of you exists. See? Isn't that good? How do we reach it? Simple. We do all of our source viewing with 2 crystals. The Soul Rescue allows your soul, which was ripped out of you by British maritime law and all the other rituals done to you by the monuments, which you've explained at length, which give you no chance of ever escaping, all abrogated by your free Soul Rescue service. Why would I give you a free Soul Rescue service? Well, for every Soul Rescue service I give you for free, the chaos entities, the Robert Jordans, the Morgan Janklows, the Brandon Sandersons, the EU commissioners, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Royal Family, all of those black noble families, they have to suffer to pay for your sourcehood. No, zero sum game. So the more of you, non-entities, that become the source, the more they suffer. And since, of course, the Rothschilds say they're going to crush me like a flea, my ramblings would have no effect on reality, I get more power. So, as you can see, it's benevolent altruism. The more I help you, the more they suffer, the more power I get. Oh, that's evil. Yeah, take it or leave it. If you don't like it, get a guru. Become a light worker, light warrior, preacher. You know, it's going down well in America and Britain, the source of the New Age. The New Age is centered there. They're so powerful, that's why things are wonderful in the light workers realm. I think not. So once you've got your crystals in source mode, you can then simply visualize your lifetime. What does that mean? Visualize my lifetime? Yeah. You go back, it's called recollection in shamanism. You go back to your conception and observe it as the source. What? Yeah, you observe it as the source. Duh. What does that mean? Quantum mechanics, the observer collapses the quantum wave function to produce observable, probable reality. So now we're observing our life as the source. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm collapsing my quantum wave function to get rid of all of the chaos in it, zero, and only leave the one. Yeah, the kernel. And we do that by recollection, which is part of shamanic doctrine, where you lie on your back in a dark room, visualize every single event that's happened to you in your lifetime, and get rid of all of the filaments from other people, bring your own energy back. So we're recollecting. But we're not doing it in a hard way. We simply got crystals, and we simply start from our conception and fast forward. Like on our TVs, going back a week, looking at shows we missed, then moving slowly from our conception. Well, I don't remember my conception. You don't have to. You simply visualize your egg being fertilized, your mummy being penetrated by your daddy. That's more than enough. Move on to your fetus growing from a zygote, from a blastocyst. You can look those terms up on Google if you're a non-scientist. That's good. We're going to cut off before we give them all the information. Excellent. Yeah, love it. And from then, you can go to your birth, which is minus I to the I. Remember, your conception was I to the I. Bring all that is you in real number, space into being. When you're born, you lose lots of stuff. But what's lost is stuff chaos wants to lose for you. So your birth is a traumatic experience where chaos can edit you and get rid of stuff. So your genome and epigenetics can then be edited by the chaotic observer, Baphomet, which we talked about, which was in the Earth's grid, put there by the Freemasons, Knights Templar, Illuminati. So you see now the psychic damping field we talked about has far more pernicious effects on you than you would imagine. Your birth cuts out all the bits that chaos doesn't want you to have in real number space, and adds to your soul all the evil that it wants to add to get you damned, to put you into the middle place, to be tortured by the archons, its chaos avatars. Holy shit! Huh? There's a whole technology to do this? Yeah. See? You would have known about that without me, wouldn't you? Yeah, of course you would have done. Yeah, fuck off. So one can see that simply source viewing your conception to birth, what you do is collect all the bits that chaos took away from you at birth and add them to you. And all the bits that chaos wanted you to manifest in your life and added to you at your conception with the so-called greys, who are processed human souls that have gone through chaos cycles, your past lives. So a conceived source soul doesn't have any past lives. All past lives are greys, attachments, chaos entities that cling to you at conception to add to you, which then delete all the source aspects that will be dangerous to Baphomet at birth. So simply you visualizing yourself as the soul at conception and bringing back the source, so at your birth you're the source, changes your entire lifetime. Because remember, the past is malleable, mutable, can be changed, and quantum mechanics in the fifth dimension allows you to be born as a source being you can then edit every aspect of their lifetime to the present day from the viewpoint of the source, changing the past so everything bad that happened to you forced you on this path to become the source. And everything good that happened to you added to your sourcehood. Recollection, but in a scientific, sublime, good way, which the shamans could never, ever imagine. Because A, they didn't have source psychotronic generators, and B, they didn't have the sublime good science, which yours truly has developed for you in order to give me more sourcehood. Enjoy. Done. So special.